Okay, this is the short video that I said I was going to do immediately at the end of the last one. I'm just going to shut that door so nothing can get in here. No spiders, no. Stand in the corner so I can see if anything's coming, and I will do my best to read the notes. Now, let's see. Don't need the to-do list. Notes. Explosives book. Okay, scientific findings. These are what was found. I don't know if you guys can read that on YouTube. I can barely read it on my own screen. The quality is very low. So let me get a sip of water real quick and I will struggle through it for you. Okay, so it was more than a sip. Alright, day 1. I begin this record still in the hope that the great work we have undertaken here might one day be of scientific value, despite the chaos which has ensued in the 6 hours previous. My aim is to remain secure until what help there may be arrives, and to that end I have barricaded myself in a small workshop area in the abandoned part of the mine. I hope that the meager food rations here will keep me alive, and that those I hide from will not jeopardize that. Perhaps this mine really is cursed. It's almost precisely 30 years since the incident that brought us here, and now, 30 years on, fate has struck again. Cryptic bullshit. Day 3. I forecasted that today the rescue crews would arrive. I cannot speak, I'm sorry. I forecasted that today the rescue crews would arrive, but I can only hypothesize that they would be unaware of my location and hence busy themselves evacuating the other survivors. If they have not arrived by tomorrow, I will go out in search of them. Day 6. My first mistake was to make assumptions on the matter of rescue. My second mistake was to make assumptions on the safety of the mine. My third mistake was to act on both those assumptions in going outside of my safe haven. My best estimate is that I left the workshop where I was secured about 2 days ago in search of aid, and I have found only danger. I approached the old living quarters, but curiously, could find no sign of life whatsoever. I returned in what I thought was the direction from which I had come, but soon found myself in an unfamiliar locale. Confused but focused, I attempted to make my way home, but found myself threatened by some species of feral creature, which seems to have made this old mine its home. That would be the devil dogs. Although the specimen bore significant interest to me, I chose to retreat, only to find myself outmaneuvered and outnumbered by the beasts. I turned and ran, injuring my ankle in the process, which I believe now is most likely a sprain rather than a fracture. For some time, I cowered and fled into the dark, but a few hours ago I discovered a door leading to a smaller, secluded part of the mine, the key for which I still have in my pocket. Within that area I discovered the storeroom, and I think it should keep me safe for some time. This place is a maze. Yeah, no kidding. My lesson learnt. I will not venture out again until I am certain the area is safe. Day 19. Rescue seems increasingly unrealistic. Supplies diminishing. Lots of spiders in this place. I do not like spiders. Day 34. I caught one of the accursed 8-legged beasts nestling in my open mouth when I woke up this morning. In my surprise, I swallowed it. Oh God. It's not so much the act of swallowing which concerns me, but the genus of arachnid. It would be unlikely that a cave-dwelling spider would be venomous to any significant degree, but the possibility troubles me all the same. Day 35. Any known venom would have affected me by now, and so today is the first minor cause for celebration I have had since the incident. By lucky coincidence, the revelation also means I have discovered a virtually inexhaustible supply of nutrition. I intend to venture into the basement beneath this storeroom in the name of science to discover more about these creatures' natural habitat. Day 50. For 4 days now, I have been surviving solely off the quite considerable sustenance provided by the spiders. For some time, I was struggling to gather enough of the crunchy little morsels. However, Lady Luck smiled on me once more when the batteries in my torch died, and I made a second life-saving finding. The creature's natural habitat is the dark. With my light now diminished, I need only lie still for a few minutes, and I will have attracted enough of the beasts for a rather healthy meal. Alright, so that was part 1. So you can kind of see it on the screen, but not really. I don't know, you guys might have a better view of it than I do. I leaned forward and nearly knocked over the camera. Alright. Mouse is lagging. Scientific findings 2, day 71. My earlier assumptions on the benign nature of my cellmates may have been made in error. After a careful autopsy, I am concerned that there may be a small volume of natural chemicals stored in the stomach which, if ingested regularly over a period of time, may become psychotropic or even lethal. My only real chance is to break out of here and raid any stashes of supplies I can find. However, the evidence against such a move is insurmountable. 1. I have no source of light. 2. I swore to myself I wouldn't leave until I heard a human voice outside. And 3. The spiders are so tasty. This is written very well. You can kind of tell how the guy is just slowly going crazy. Day 100. From the marks I have been making on the walls and my scribbled diary entries, which in the dark may amount to an illegible scrawl, today is the 100th day of my new life. Over the past month, my edible friends have become more and more aggressive and have swelled in number and size. Whether or not this is a result of my plundering their ecosystem, I am unsure. However, at this rate of growth, they will soon be too large to crawl through the gaps in the walls. For all I know, I could only be seeing the tip of the iceberg. If all fails, and I am never recovered, I hope at least that my study of, and indeed involvement with, these fascinating creatures will one day be regarded as an important point in natural history. The greatest names in modern science got there more through fluke than talent, and it appears that the rule has extended itself to my discovery of these delicious new species. I can only pray that the second rule deems my breakthrough too insignificant, for all great discoveries tend to consume their inventor. I am kind of struggling to read this. I consider myself good at reading. I love reading, but just the resolution on the screen is pretty piss poor. And so it's difficult to see. Day 200. Good God, nearly a year. It has been some time since I recorded any findings in relation to the spiders with whom I have shared my existence for the past 8 months, partly due to my enforced retreat from their basement territory. Not too long ago, their behavior became overtly aggressive, and so I have attempted to barricade the main entrance to their lair and secured myself within one of the smaller rooms above it, the only one with an operational door lock. The other reason is that I have been recovering from a minor operation which I was forced to conduct myself without the aid of anesthetic. Even if I did have any anesthetic or surgical tools, I couldn't afford to be less than diligent in my work, and so anesthetic was out. Surgical tools are all well and good, but although it may be becoming old and rusty, I still trust my penknife to do the job just as well. The procedure itself was elementary enough, a simple amputation of a non-vital organ. I began to notice a thick, glue-like substance forming on my tongue, and was forced to accept that it had become infected through constant toxin ingestion. I can't speak, I'm sorry. Day 300. Another century of days comes and goes. It seems like so long since I escaped here. At some stage since my last entry, I attempted to return from whence I came. That from which I was originally fleeing seems a fate far worse than the one I now face. However, in the time since I arrived from the larger mind system, a cave-in has occurred, blocking any further progress. I was forced to return and accept whatever and life has in store for me. I hear my aggressive little friends scratching on the door to my cell. That might have been us poking at his door. Anyway, but yes, the poor sod that lived in here. I should put my torch away. Had to survive on spiders because my theory is that the rescuers didn't know he was down here and just didn't find him or forgot about him. And so he had to eat the spiders, which infected his tongue, and he had to cut it off, and it was just beyond nasty. So yeah, if we look in here, I think I threw it on the floor. Where is it? I remember I saw the spider and I flipped out, so I threw it. There it is. I thought it was gone. So yeah, this is his tongue. Blah, 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 blah. Ew, it touched me. So, I'm debating whether or not I should just go ahead and make this part 3. It's already been 12 minutes. Trouble is, I'm not sure where to go from here. I think what I need to do is take that key into the workshop, perhaps? I don't know. I'm going to consider this part 2.5. And so I will see you guys in part 3, which should go up sometime relatively soon. I know I'm going to record it tomorrow. It may not go up for another couple of days after that, however. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope my reading wasn't too horrendous. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!